Today is February the. I tell you, I don't know what the dates are anymore. It's the 24th, February 24th, and I'm doing a quick episode of Nerds with Badges. For all that don't know, Nerds with Badges is my platform that I created where I, as a nerd with a badge, because I'm a security guard, talk to other nerds with badges, whether you're security, law enforcement, military, whatever. As long as you have a badge and you are a nerd, which means that you are essentially into video games, comic books, movies, superheroes, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, computer technology, even music and stuff, movies, science fiction stuff, fantasy, cosplaying, all of that. So I just want to. I don't know if anyone that is watching this lives in the Los Angeles area. There's a event this weekend coming up called Collecticon. And Waka Flocka is actually going to be there. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with his music. I think I might maybe know maybe one or two songs by him. Don't ask me what the names are, but if I hear the songs, then I'll recognize them. Because I did a little research a while back when I was like, Waka Flocka. I listen to hip hop and rap, but I'm more of an old school, like Trap Called Quest, Little Brother, Run DMC, LL Cool J. I like the old school rap. I mean, I do like some of the new stuff, but a lot of it is very, I don't know, like, what is the word I'm looking for? A lot of it is sex, drugs, violence. I don't know. It's just really weird. I don't know, man. The culture has definitely changed. I like to listen to more socially conscious music, stuff that has a message in it. And I'm not saying that rap and hip hop doesn't have that, but the mainstream stuff that they play, they don't play the shit that actually is trying to like really educate you. I don't know what's going on with that, but that's just my observation. Stuff that I tend to listen to in hip hop nowadays is probably underground stuff. I do listen to a lot of mixes on YouTube, particularly by a DJ named Raphael. He does a chill hip hop and neo soul mixes. He does one like every 6 months, and that's how I discover like a lot of like really good rap and hip hop music that they do not play on the radio. If it wasn't for Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, of course. Trying to think of all the other things I use. I use Amazon Music as well, but YouTube is just like amazing. YouTube is like, that's how I discovered Raphael. I discovered artists like Fonte Coleman, who's with the group Foreign Exchange, which is kind of like, it's R&B, but it's a mixture of like funk and hip hop and rap. Because Fonte was with the group called Little Brother, then he went basically solo and formed Foreign Exchange, which is like, maybe in my opinion, Foreign Exchange is like today's version of Earth, Wind and Fire, but they just don't really get the press. So there's Raphael, Tall Black Guy is another one of my favorites. And these guys are DJs, but they also have branched out and were working with artists on other things. And the Tall Black Guy produces a lot of stuff, and he works with Foreign Exchange. And Zoe is another artist. So I listen to like I like to listen to stuff that I can relate to. I can't relate to a lot of the stuff. I'm sorry. I can't really relate to a lot of stuff that they play on the radio. I love Power 106. It's one of my favorite stations. But I can only listen to it for so long. That's the station here in LA. But yeah, like, so Collecticon, that's a big event that's happening this weekend. And before I forget, Steam. Steam, the platform that everybody uses on PC. They are doing. They have a handheld out, the Steam Deck. They're doing a thing until the 3rd of March. Nextfest. This is a chance to check out new demos of new and upcoming games. I always get overwhelmed because they have so many damn demos, and it's like I end up downloading a bunch of them, and I end up playing a few. And then some of the demos are timed, which I hate when developers do that shit. Like, really, don't just put your demo up there for a few days and take it away, because some people might not even get around to playing it. Then you go to play it and it won't work. So I don't know why people do that. But yeah, if you put a demo up, don't just take it away from people. So the Collecticon is it's a convention that's happening this weekend, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to go or not. Tickets are just like $50. I think it's higher on Saturday, which is when Waka Flocka is going to be performing. So there's a concert too. So it's really like anime and cards. I'm into anime. I really got into Naruto before Naruto even became popular over here in the States. Naruto, I stumbled upon the first season of Naruto. I think I was in Little Tokyo or Chinatown with a friend of mine. I was looking for something to watch on the plane. So I used to always go to Chinatown, Little Tokyo to buy Godzilla stuff, import VHS tapes or action figures. I'm a big Godzilla aficionado. I collect a lot of Godzilla related stuff. It reminds me I need to put some Godzilla stickers on my new computer right here. Maybe I don't have any stickers with me tonight. I left them at home. But so I was looking for something to watch on the plane, and I bought this DVD set. The Japanese, they really go all out in their packaging. I mean, the case for this thing was really nice, and it like unfolded, and all the DVDs are there. They're all in it's all in Japanese. But I watched it, man, and I gotta tell you, Naruto, that's the only cartoon to this day, the only cartoon that actually made me cry. So he's this little kid, he's got this spirit or demon, this interdimensional whatever thing living inside him. I guess it was like a giant demon monster that was trapped inside of him. So Naruto was like struggling, and he was an outsider, and I really related to that because I've always been an outsider. I'm still an outsider, just that now it's become cool to be an outsider, and then people that make money off of it. Just kind of frustrated sometimes when you go to like things that were traditionally for nerds. Now everybody's going because it's trendy, and you can't even get tickets to go to Comic Con anymore because everybody's going because it's so cool now to like comic books. I used to get picked on for reading comic books when I was a kid. But Naruto, he's this outsider. He's really trying to prove himself, but he has this strong sense of honor, and he's able to inspire other people. And his struggle, he started out the series, he was a 10-year-old, and it's amazing. I'm so behind because there's like a lot of filler episodes, and it just got really convoluted, and it's just started focusing on so many other characters, especially Sasuke. I hate that guy. But Naruto's went from being a 10-year-old kid to becoming an adult, having his own son, and his son has his own cartoon called Boruto, and then there's another one with Rock Lee, who's another character from the show. But Rock Lee's, what I saw, it was more comical, and like just seemed more comical and more tailor-made for kids from what I saw. But yeah, Naruto I bought that and I watched it, and I don't mind subtitles. I'm so used to watching foreign films, whether it's Japanese, Korean, French or whatever, because there's a lot of good movies that still have yet to be done with English voiceovers, and I don't mind. It's hard to watch things in subtitles if you're trying to multitask, because you're not looking at, if you're not reading and you're trying to clean up the house or whatever, and you might not know what the hell's going on, because you got to really be looking at the subtitles to see what's going on most of the time. But I discovered a lot of really good movies and cartoons um, back in the day. But recently, excuse me, the only anime I really have been watching, like I said, new Naruto. I'm trying to catch up on that. I still have my Crunchyroll membership. I'm trying to catch up. I'm at the Ninja Wars right now in Naruto. I binge watched all of Kaiju number 8 because I love Kaiju, and the cartoon was excellent. And there's a new game coming out pretty soon. I don't know if it's going to be this year. I think what I heard is that it's going to be mobile and PC only. So I hope that the game is actually good because kaiju games are kind of a hit and miss. Like the last really good kaiju game that I played was probably Gigabash, and that game is amazing. Oh my goodness! Excuse me, but I hate allergies. Ugh. So Gigabash, Gigabash was by in smaller developer. It just came out of nowhere with this game with all these giant monsters fighting each other. It's real cool, 3D fighter. But the cool thing is, later they started adding DLC. So, and it was rumors that it just kind of popped up for a while. I was like, okay, yeah, they're not going to do this because there's rumors that they were going to put Godzilla games in it. I mean, Godzilla characters in the game, and they did it. They had the first pack was Godzilla, Mega Godzilla. I think it was. What was the other monster? I think it was Destroyer and Gigan. I think those were the first 4. And if that wasn't enough, they later added even more characters. They added the Smog Monster and Ghidorah. I feel like there's some more. And they added like Ultraman and some other characters from some other anime, I guess, about giant robots. But there are a bunch of characters now. And I mean, it's just amazing that they were able to pull that off. And I wish more people were playing it. But I mean, usually when I go on my PlayStation, I don't have to wait long for matches. But I don't think they really promoted the game very well. Maybe they didn't have the budget. But I mean, it's amazing that they actually got, just like it's amazing that Marvel Rivals has got all these Disney characters. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard that it almost didn't happen because of licensing issues or the prices of the licensing. But supposedly that didn't happen, but then there was, then there were people saying that was something that did happen. So I don't know, but I know that it can be expensive trying to get licensing for things because when Godzilla was in Marvel Comics back in the 70s, the reason why they didn't have any of the other monsters is because Toho, I guess they said that the licensing for those other monsters was just too expensive. So you might see Godzilla fighting a giant butterfly thing or whatever, but it wasn't Mothra, and giant birds, and it wasn't Rodan. They had to make up like their own original monsters. Godzilla even fought the Avengers, and it's interesting because there've been a lot of crossovers with Godzilla over the years, and they're talk about coming full circle. They're doing another Godzilla fighting the Avengers and crossovers. So kinds of crossovers now. There's Naruto and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There was Justice League versus Godzilla. I think 2 years ago, maybe it was last year. Time is just flying by. And I remember reading Teen Titans, X-Men versus Teen Titans back in the day, and I heard recently that they're going to start doing more Marvel DC crossovers, which is great. I love when they do crossovers. I mean, just really crazy stuff like the $6 Million Man versus, G.I. Joe. There's a lot of things, a lot of really cool stories that can come about different universes, connecting with each other. Anyway, I wanted to just talk really about Nextfest because I I don't think they really do a good job promoting these things. Like they should give you there's like no share. When I went to the Steam page with the article about the Nextfest, there was no like share button. So I know that a lot of people probably miss out, but there's a lot of good games and demos. So you want some free games, some free games. Oh, speaking of free games, you might want to check out Epic. If you don't know, Epic is the other platform on PC, and they always have a lot of free games. GOG is like the latest champion for digital, I guess, video game preservation, because they're like really the only platform that I know of that is doing games without DRM. It's just like you own it. I mean, it won't go away, and there's no like stupid crap where you have to be online to play the game, and stuff like that. We're in a really weird time for video gaming right now. I think there is some kind of a movement going on where people are getting more into buying physical media, because people are finally starting to get wise to the downsides to digital distribution. Is that you really don't own a lot of stuff. It can go away at any time, or it can be altered, and you don't have internet connection, and you don't have stuff backed up. This is why I might get back into. I may actually just end up getting a Switch too, because I think they're the only platform really that produces content that really is technically immortal. Because as long as you have a device that works, it's not reading a laser, like a CD. Cartridges, I can still play cartridges from my original, like Super Nintendo and Sega Master Systems. They still work. Sometimes you might need to take a Q-tip and just kind of clean the cartridges a little bit, but they still work. So yeah, I think cartridges is something, and it's interesting that Nintendo went from cartridges to CDs to back to doing cartridges again. You don't really see movies being done that way, but video games, yeah. So the Switch 2 is rumored to be coming out in June, but Nintendo's gonna do a presentation. I forget what they're gonna call it. I think it's the Nintendo Direct or something. I know they're doing some event in April where they're gonna show more about the system and games, and I guess talk about the technical aspects of it. And speaking of April, there's a game coming out called South of Midnight, which I'm looking forward to. I'm so glad I got the Xbox Game Pass thing, because I didn't have to pay for Call of Duty. This is like the first time ever I didn't have to pay for Avowed. I didn't have to pay for Indiana Jones, so it pays off. But this is a game that I might actually buy, because you don't really see a lot of games, featuring black women as as a protagonist. I mean, like those types of games, especially, just like an action fantasy. So hopefully it's good. I know the last time a game came out that was like that, it was a game on the PlayStation. I can't remember the name of it, and I still haven't finished it yet. But the game had some, it has some good stuff and some bad stuff. But you're this black chick who gets from New York, and she gets teleported into like the medieval times, and I can't remember the name of the game. And they promoted the game, and it came out, and it was lacking. But I mean, it's a game that I guess you just have to really put time into it, because you're running around and you're doing parkour and you got magic powers and stuff. And I was really hyped about that game, so I want to try to keep my expectations, and just hope that the game is decent when it comes out, because what I've seen looks pretty cool. I mean, I'm fascinated by magic and Louisiana, the culture, and the whole fantasy elements, and she's running around in the swamps and fighting monsters and stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I really hate that Magic Strange Academy might not happen on Disney Plus, which is a great comic. Check it out, Doctor Strange School for Magical People in Louisiana. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here and play some games before my shift starts. And I just wanted to really talk about Nextfest, and when I do another video, I don't know, maybe it'll be me at the Collecticon if I decide to go. And that's it for now. February 24th, 2025.